Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215. And right now we are at Chesapeake Ave and Childs Street in Baltimore, Maryland. We're in the Fairfield neighborhood. This is the Fairfield hood, or what was supposed to be the Fairfield hood. Based on a list provided by Google on the World Wide Web, the worst neighborhoods in Baltimore. Very high on the list, next to number 1 and 2 and 3, you have the Fairfield hood. On the map, you got the Fairfield neighborhood and you got the Fairfield homes. Now, they're both behind us, and we just did a little driving, what was supposed to be the beginning of a driving tour in this neighborhood. But after driving through it for about 8 minutes, we realized this is all an industrial zone. So now, I don't know if there's another area called Fairfield in Baltimore, or if the person who created that most dangerous neighborhoods in Baltimore list have never actually visited the places that they're claiming to be the most dangerous. But yeah, and I was surprised to see that where the Fairfield homes were located at also are non-existent. It's just a warehouse, a large warehouse. So that's what leads us to starting off this video. We're gonna start off this video from the Fairfield area, which appears to be an industrial complex in Baltimore, Maryland. And then we're gonna go up to like around downtown Baltimore, around the west side hoods, and just drive around. We're just gonna do some random driving. I just wanted to document the drive from over here to over there, because a lot of the time I just hit record when we're already at our desired location, but y'all don't see the transition. Y'all don't see the actual drive to get there. So this is gonna be the drive to get to where we're actually going, and then I'll include where we're actually going. You know, so we'll try to hit a nice little hour tour. I got a huge truck behind me. There's a bunch of potholes, and I know these potholes, ouch, are not going to affect that truck driver, but they're affecting us dramatically. I'm gonna let him go by because he got heavy duty suspension, big tires. He ain't worried about going slow. On the other hand, we were trying to take it at normal speed, and it was messing us up. It's 77 degrees outside right now. We got clear skies. Beautiful sunny day. Ouch. Potholes aren't so beautiful. We got the Masonville Cove Environmental Education Center behind us. We just passed it. Oh, this is a horrible road, yo. Yeah, I gotta slow down here. I'm sorry. It's bad. It's that bad. We got Premier Trailer Leasing on my left-hand side. I'm looking forward to when we get to towns and cities with beautiful streets. I'm ready to be out and leave Baltimore, yo. Seriously, nah, but we still got 2 more days here. We're gonna be staying at a campground and all of that stuff. Yeah, Baltimore doesn't only have messed up streets. I noticed in the nicer neighborhoods they have better streets, but stuff like this is not cared for. It's like the city just lets it go down the drain, and it gets worse and worse and worse. We're doing like 25 miles an hour. 25. We're on Frankfurt Ave. Interstate 95 coming up. Ouch. Interstate to East 895. how they got 3D and 4D, and they even got 5D. 5D is when you I went to a 5D movie once. 5D is when they sprinkle water at you, when the sheets rumble, the seats that you're sitting in shake, they flick the lights on and off. They try to make it like better than a 3D experience. They also give you the glasses too, but y'all need to experience this driving 5D. Y'all need to feel the shakes, the rumbles. Y'all need to feel it. Y'all need smell-o-vision. Yo, this is dookie. Like garbage. Basura. Oh, look at on the side. Basura. Basura means trash in Espanol. We got Middle Branch Park on my right hand side. Winds Falls Trail on my right hand side. Alright, this road is a little bit more paved well. MedStar Health on my right hand side. MedStar Harbor Hospital on my left hand side. The truck just covered it. Thank You Healthcare Heroes on my right hand side. Yeah, I'm convinced whoever made that list has not been to the neighborhood. Unless the Fairfield homes used to be there and they knocked it down and they made that industrial site. I don't know. It looks like that industrial site been there for quite some time. So, and the map shows little blocks and it shows like, you know, it actually shows like a little neighborhood. But when you go there, it's all just desolate industrial zone. We're passing over this little bridge. It's like a little overpass. I'm gonna merge to my left lane because the right side seems to have a lot more craters in the ground than the left side. Ouch. You guys can see the Baltimore skyline. You see the city on my left hand side. That's why I thought it was important for you guys to see some of these transition journeys, because the transition journey shows you what we actually go through. And you get to see the views. You get to see other views than just the rougher areas. Ouch. Sycamore Spirit Rye Street on my right hand side. We're on the 2400 block of South Hanover Street. We got Carroll Motor Fuels in front of us. Regular gas, $3.09 a gallon. You pay with credit, it's $3.15. Diesel is $3.49. In front of us, you got the Sycamore Spirit Deliveries, Port Covington Construction Business, Cape Washington, and Port Covington Marine. If you guys been to a wooden roller coaster, you know a wooden roller coaster. You remember? You know how a wooden roller coaster, they're like neck breakers and back breakers? That's what driving in the streets of Baltimore feel like. Like a wooden roller coaster. I feel like I'm on wooden tracks, like vibrating and shaking and rolling. Sheesh. Look at this. Oh no, I gotta slow down. And what makes matters worse is the cars behind you be out. I sound like a broken record talking about these streets, but that's what I'm feeling. That's like, you know, that's authentic. All right, we're getting on 95 South. Ouch. And this vehicle has new shocks. Previous owner before me replaced the suspension, so I would like to keep the suspension, you know, nice and tight, nice and healthy. I don't want it to start squeaking and all of that, you know? Look at my right hand side. We're going to 395 North, downtown Inner Harbor. We're on the 95 now. We're gonna get off right here at 395. 295 is on my left, then you got 395 right here. can see M&T Bank Stadium on my left-hand side. You got 395 downtown Inner Harbor on my left and Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard on my right. We're gonna go to Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, to Lee Street, and to Russell Street. And you can see the buildings. You can see the tall, like downtown-like buildings. There's a casino up here. Now I noticed this a lot, man. Since I've been here, I noticed a lot of people asking for a change. A lot of people. Let's see if I can give him something. There you go, buddy. That's cool, man. I notice it's mainly on this avenue. Every time I come to this avenue, and I said it in like a tour or two ago, I said that every time I come to Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, I see tons of people with a sign asking for change, asking for help. Now I don't know how authentic some of those people are. I don't know if they have substance abuse issues or if it's just they're genuinely homeless and they want to buy food. If they want to buy food, I don't have a problem with it, you know? That's why I literally came over here with a side pack, well, what they would call a fanny pack, full of change. I had a couple dollars of coin, quarters, and everything. Within the last 2 days, I gave it all away. I just literally gave him my last change and then $1. So, if it's for food, I don't mind. You know, I would just hate for them to take it and take it to the trap spot and, you know, buy something that they shouldn't. For those of you guys who don't know the terminology, trap spot is where they sell drugs at. For those of you who were wondering. Trap house, you know, drug house, spot where they you know, bag up, sell from and all that stuff. It's like slang. Yeah, that would suck. But it is what it is. We're about 10 minutes away from the hood that I would like to be at. I noticed like Western Baltimore and Eastern Baltimore, like the west side of Baltimore and the east side of the Baltimore downtown central area, have a lot of the more active hoods, active neighborhoods. I noticed the more on the outskirts you go around Baltimore is more suburban-like homes. We got the University of Maryland School of Medicine on my right hand side. That's the University of Maryland police right there for the what's that, for the hospital probably? Yeah, it's probably for the hospital. Elevator on my left hand side. We're at Saratoga Street, Saratoga and Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. There's a lot of tents too. in the middle of Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn. I'm gonna turn left right here. Okay, there's another gentleman right here. He looks relatively young. It looks like he may or may not be asking for change. And on my right, we got the entrance to 40 West on my left-hand side and Franklin Street on my right-hand side. Alright, I think we're in the hood area. Yeah, and I see a dope church over there that I want to look at. So I think we'll be happy here. We'll start the little tour here. Just because this looks like, this looks better than what that Fairfield spot looked like. That Fairfield spot was not a neighborhood. Like I said, if anybody from Baltimore knows that Fairfield spot that's classified as the worst, go ahead, bro. Well, you look like you was in a rush, and I was trying to let you go. He was walking straight into the street, wasn't paying attention to where he was going, then he abruptly stopped. So I'm trying to do the good thing and let him go by, and he looked frustrated that I was trying to let him go by. We're at North Schroeder and Edmondson Ave. Alright, we got Enon Baptist Church in front of us. On my far right, we actually passed it. Solid Rock Apostolic Faith Church. There's another church on my right-hand side that I wanted to check out that actually caught my attention. These didn't catch my attention. There was another one right around the corner that caught my attention. At 600 North Fremont Ave. There's another church over here. Another two of them. So we're gonna make this left right here on Fremont Ave. In front of us, those homes look relatively new. They're probably like housing authority. You make this left-hand turn when it turns green. No parking Tuesday, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Street cleaning, that's why they don't want you to park here. Our city is protected by cameras. That's what the sign says. Look at this church on my right, at 800 Edmondson, Fremont Edmondson. We got a street team right here working on my right, doing some street work. And you got Welcome to Harlem Grocery. This is Fremont and Harlem. Then we got a church on my right, and we got another church right in front of us. Wow, this one block had like several churches within a square mile. So I'm gonna turn right so you guys can see this church. Then I'm gonna somehow find my way to go around the block so y'all can see that church. And then we'll be all done with the churches. We're just gonna focus on this driving. In fact, I think I can make a right on red is cool. Look at this church right here. New Hope Baptist Church on my left-hand side. Abandoned homes on my right. Yeah, this is definitely a more urban decayed neighborhood right here. This is on the west side of the city. A lot of these homes have been sold. A lot of these homes are up for auction. They sold. You see on my left, there was several homes that said sold. There's some original residents that were sitting outside on my right. Coming soon, affordable luxury homes, tens of thousands of incentives. How can you have tens of thousands of incentives? What type of incentives can you provide a person? That's tens of thousands of them. I could understand if they said dozens of incentives. Tens of thousands of incentives? That's a lot of incentives. That's a lot of promises to be keeping. We're on Harlem Ave and Myrtle Ave. We're gonna make this left-hand turn on Myrtle. Just gotta be careful because some of these streets are two-way and I don't want nobody coming out flying. 2-story homes on my left, 3 windows wide. Some of them have an apex up top. We got 2 older women right here on my right having a conversation. We got some abandoned homes on my right hand side. Now I know the feeling that some of these blocks are going to be going through. Some of these blocks are going to be going through gentrification. And they're going to be seeing homes that they've lived around their whole lives abandoned. We're at Myrtle and Dolphin Ave. We got a dolphin in Philly, but it's not spelled like the way they spell it here. They spell it like the animal here, like the dolphin animal, but we spell it D-A-U-P-H-I-N in Philly. Yeah, they're gonna experience a lot of properties being bought from right under their noses, and new residents moving in abundance. There's a beautiful church over there, a really tall one. Wow. The churches always catch my attention. Not because I'm religious, but because of the architecture. West Landvale Street and Myrtle Ave. Oh, there goes the church that I was trying to show y'all. Right here. Let me show y'all this one. Abandoned houses all on the left though. A couple people living in some of them, but the rest are abandoned. West Landvale. Abandoned houses on my right. You got a boat though. Wow, they got a Honda Accord here stripped on cinder blocks. Another one on my left, stripped. And Accurate CL was stripped, y'all. 2 on 1 block, stripped, both on bricks. That goes to show you. And this church on my left was beautiful. There was another church that I saw. I know. Oh, there's another one in front of us. Oh man, the church is everywhere, yo. Oh, there's another one on my right. Yo, what's up with this? There's another one on my right. What's up with all these churches? Hold on. There was one over there, a really tall one that I wanted to show y'all too. I know. I said I was gonna be done with churches, but we might as well see something while we're here. let's look at these churches. But if you pay attention, we're driving through a bunch of abandoned neighborhoods. A lot of them are abandoned. We got Macedonia Baptist Church right here in front of us. Yep. Got more street workers right here on the left hand side. Huge empty lots. That block look mango. There's one more church that caught my attention. I'm gonna show y'all that one, and then we're gonna come back over here and just cruise around. Argyle. We're on Argyle Avenue, the 1400 block of Argyle and Lafayette Ave. On my right hand side, abandoned number 1, 2, 3. The 4th one has somebody living in it. Then 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 houses, only 1 of them were occupied. That is crazy, yo. We're on Pennsylvania Ave. I'm gonna cross over Pennsylvania Ave. The land of Kush is nearby. Royal Avenue Theater. Chernock Fireproof Storage. There's a taxi on my left. I wonder who you gonna be picking up in this area. Like, you know, what type of business do you get? Probably don't get much business. You gotta go to downtown area to get all the good business. Oh, there's a church in front of this. Wasn't even the one that I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you the one that was on the right. There's one right here on the right hand side. Abandoned houses on the left. Another church back there behind me. Yo, what is this? Look in front of me. Look at that church. It looks nice. See how tall the top is? There's another church on my left. Bro. On my right, this is Bethel A&E Church, Bethel AME. And then on my left, we have another church. This church is Union Baptist Church. Well, I guess we know Sunday Mass probably don't be packed in a lot of these churches because there's barely any residents with all these abandoned houses. City View at McCullough. Reverend Vernon and Dobson Way. We're at Druid Hill Ave and Dolphin Street. We got a housing complex on my left-hand side. But I'm gonna make a right on Dolphin and we're gonna take Dolphin straight back to the west. That's enough with the churches. If I see them, then I see them, whatever, boom, but that was crazy though. Hey, look at boom, we just ran into another one, just accidentally. That ain't not tune. You had that plan. No, I didn't have a plan, man. Look at this, another church. Sharp Street Memorial United Methodist Church. Grace and Glory. 1200 Division Street. Ouch, ouch. We're approaching Pennsylvania Ave. That's the one block that I remember every time I come here. You know why? Because I'm from Pennsylvania. From Philly, bro. Furman L. Templeton Elementary School on my right-hand side. Harlem Mini Market on my left-hand side. Pennsylvania Avenue AME Zion Church on my left-hand side. Another church. You know, in the game Grand Theft Auto, we got a whole class of kids on my right-hand side. See, there's a whole bunch of little kids. They look like kindergarten or first grade. In the game Grand Theft Auto, when you play the original, the OG Grand Theft Auto, the one from the over-the-head view, when the character farts and burps, this is the very first one before they became 3D, and they got better graphics. When you would play GTA and you wanted to get away from the cops and you wanted to lose your wanted stars, you will go find sanctuary in where? A church. So there was many. Oh, this is a little tiny block. Let's go through this, John. This shit look crazy. So you would go through a church to get sanctuary. In real life, I don't think it's like that. Like if you go do a crime, you go hide it in a church. I don't even think the pastor gonna let you in. He like, you just did a crime, you gotta stay out, son. May the power of God compel you. Yo, look at these houses on my right. It's a nice, colorful little block, ain't it? This reminds me of like San Juan, Puerto Rico, almost. Like, just because the colors, the pinks, the yellows, it's so like Easter-like. They got little steps. So uniform, such a uniform block. Wow. See, in between all that abandonedness lies blocks like this. That goes to show you, huh? Wow. We got giant sunflowers on my right-hand side. Got homie on my left-hand side texting that says, "Make America gain again." What? Make America gain again? Did I read that right? Gain, G-A-I-N is gain, right? Make America gain again? I guess he's talking about gains, like weightlifting gains, but that wasn't a catchy slogan. You know, because I know there's Make America Great Again, but like, that one flew over my head. Argyle Ave and West Hoffman Street. Let's make this right, and then we'll make a right again. We're supposed to continue going west, but all right. These houses look nice. They look like nice townhomes, like suburban townhomes. The ones on my right. We're on Koloff Circle and Argyle Ave. Koloff Circle. So is there a circle around here? Stop sign. You gotta stop, dude. Yeah, over there looks like it could be a circle. I'm gonna go through here so y'all can see these houses. It goes to show you. Only takes a few blocks for something to look completely different. Oh, this whole little area looks revitalized. It looks like they just made this within the last 20 years. Philly got a lot of homes that look like this too, that were made within the last 20 years. That's why I estimate within the last 20 years. That was the city's initiative to like restore some communities. They got a gazebo over here on my left. It looks pretty nice. Oh, that's why they call this the circle. Because this looks like a little circular roundabout neighborhood right here. Oh, that's a huge speed bump. On Myrtle, 1000 Myrtle Ave. Edmondson. We just passed Edmondson. Now we're passing Harlem Ave. Alright, we're back on Dolphin. Let's make this left on Dolphin. Yeah, the west side of Baltimore appears to be the most run down. Now, there is a neighborhood in Baltimore called West Side Baltimore, but they say don't confuse that and call the whole entire west side West Side. But I'm just speaking geographically, like based on what the map shows. We're on the western side of the map, and it seems like more run down over here. And I'm continuing to drive deeper. We're gonna drive deeper and see what we see. Welcome to Harlem Grocery. Yeah, we passed that earlier, remember, but we came this way. So we're gonna continue going straight in that straight angle right there. We're in the Harlem Park neighborhood. They got the Sobo neighborhood, the Hollands Market neighborhood. They got a neighborhood called Pigtown. Pigtown. Lexington, Midtown, Edmondson, Carrollton Ridge, Shipley Hill, Western, Mosher, Bridgeview, Greenlawn, Sandtown, Winchester. House of Lee Chinese and American food on my left hand side. I got a car behind me speeding. Let me move out the way so they can go because they're in a rush. Y'all can see these abandoned houses on my right. Meanwhile, abandoned houses on my left. Damn, bro. Damn, the roofs. The roofs were gone. We don't need no water, let this mop and burn. The roof is on fire. Isn't there a song that goes something like that? These houses will cost a lot to fix too. Some of them, like the ones with no roofs, but the ones with structural damage, wow, they throwing away all that trash. They had the trash people, the trash truck guys, picking up like sofas and all that on my left. That would suck. Cause you don't know what sofas got bed bugs and all of that, right? North Carrollton Ave. Let me make this left right here. You got angle parking and then you got regular street parking. The angle parking on my right and the regular parallel parking on my left. Plenty of abandoned homes on my left. Plenty of them. Look at this block right here in front of us. This block right here in front of us. Abandoned homes. And you know how you can tell? There's nobody parked on the right side. See all this empty parking space? But all those homes are abandoned. Baltimore got Philly beat with the abandoned homes. We don't got this many abandoned homes. I wish we did, like, you know. we got abandoned homes. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. Like, Philly ain't got abandoned homes. Philly does got abandoned homes, but not this many. This is blocks and blocks and blocks of abandoned homes. I'm gonna make this right on Carey Street. That Saturn got pink rims. Look all on my left, abandoned homes. Gannies. Wine and spirits are on my right. I had to speed it up a little bit because I got a vehicle behind me. I'm just gonna pull over and let them go. They're from Virginia. They're in a rush. I'll let them get to where they gotta go to. Those houses over there being held up with wood. Houses on my right being held up with wood. I saw that in several areas too. They're holding up the property with wood because it's probably gonna come tumbling down. It's an unsafe structure. Harlem Ave. Let's make this right. Harlem Park Recreation Center on my left. I saw this RV recently, so I know where I'm at. I saw this RV. Landvale. Jimmy Snacks. Must be like a little corner store. Raven Champion Grocery on my left. On Calhoun, 900 block of Calhoun. See, the more you get to the rougher neighborhoods, the less cars you see. I'll make this right. I don't think I'm together to here yet. There, abandoned houses on my left. I'm gonna count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Wow, one lived in 29. That was damn near 30 abandoned homes on Marsha and North Cary. You could probably buy that whole block with 200-300 grand, and you can literally say you own a whole block in Baltimore. Look at the mural on my right hand side. Look at the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The whole block on my left. All abandoned. The whole block. My left side. That's vicious, bro. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn here. That's vicious. That was one whole side. So if you were wealthy and you wanted to start a realty company, or you know, you just wanted to prolong a little bit of money for generations to come, buy that whole block, restore the whole block, rent out the whole block. Require credit checks, require, you know, a good deposit, a security, you know, do everything the legit way, and pick up rent from each property. You know what I mean? Pick up $1,400, $1,500 of rent from each property. Eventually this neighborhood has to come up. They all do. It's all about timing. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn. That whole block right there, the little 2 stories, look all abandoned too. And it's crazy because I personally never experienced something like this to the scale that it is here. I mean, I've been here, and every time I come here, I see it. But I know Philly at one point was like this. Back in the day, we had 8th Street, 9th Street, 9th and Diamond. There's a lot of blocks in Philly that were just like this, but in the 80s and in the 90s. We're in 2021, ladies and gentlemen. We're damn near almost 2022. We're at the end of the year. And this is what Baltimore is looking like. Mind-blowing. Now look, you go to the next block and we got some pretty homes. But this is part of that initiative, that revitalized the community initiative. I can go straight, I can make a right, I can go straight. I think I'm gonna make a right. Going straight looks popping too, but I'm gonna make a right. Going left looks more abandoned too. I'm gonna go here because this block, does this block have lived in? Yeah, this block looks like it's more lived in. Cool. Now, not all blocks in Baltimore are abandoned. There's certain sections, like I've noticed South Baltimore was ritzy, was gentrified, was like hipster area or historic. You know, there's a historic part of Baltimore. You know, some of East, like Middle East, around Monument Street and all that. Plenty of homes that are lived in and well taken care of blocks. We're on Winchester, my bad. That says Chester now. There was an area around here that said Winchester. Winchester and North Calhoun. I'm gonna make this left right here. Gentleman right there sweeping up. It's wild though, yo. Let's make this left right here. Stricker's Mini Mart. Stricker's. They had one of those rental bikes parked in the parking spot. That was funny. We're at 1500 Riggs Ave. My bad, y'all. I got a strange sense of humor. And I thought that was funny. It literally took up a whole parking spot. We're on North Stricker and Riggs Ave. I'm gonna make this right on Riggs Ave, 1500 Riggs Ave. Yo, the dude that was running that Canada Dry truck was thugged out. He had the bandana on like Tupac. He had the glasses. He was getting his intellectual Cassidy on. He had the A shirt. He was cut up, ripped up like he been doing pull-ups. All right, we're at Riggs Ave. Lieberman Cleaners on the left-hand side, or Lieberman. St. Luke United Methodist Church. All right, that was refreshing. We got to see a church. I now understand why that neighborhood had so many churches before you went into the neighborhood, so that they can pray for you and you get the Holy Order, the Holy Spirit, make you feel good before you go in and see all the destruction and demise and just the darkness. Now you come over here and now the church is there for you to save you, to give you hope. Yo, because now I think about it, when we went through all those abandoned blocks, I ain't see no churches. I ain't see nothing but abandoned houses. Future Care on my right hand side, Sandtown Winchester Nursing Homes. Marsher, Gilmore and Marsher. So I'm trying to continue going west. We got abandoned homes on my left, yeah. Wow. Back in the day in Philly, you say come, I'm coming, but like I'm not gonna rush just because you waving your arm. Back in the day in Philly, look, you see all these bands. I think I'm gonna go in the left lane and just drive slow so that y'all can see this. So back in the day in Philly, they had a buyback initiative. It was like dollar homes, and they had cheap homes in the auctions. If they do something like that here in Baltimore, I think I got $20 in my pocket. I'll buy like 20 homes. You know? But they did have the dollar homes, or they had like auctions where you could buy a home for like $1,000, $500, $600. Nowadays, I bet you these homes not gonna go for no $1,000. They're probably gonna go anywhere on the low end. As an estimation, I don't know because I'm not a realtor, but probably like 10, 15,000 to like 20, 25,000 for like the 3 stories. And with that money, it's gonna need a full rehab. Full rehab means plumbing, sheetrock, kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, ceilings. For the low end, for the 10,000, 8,000, you probably not even getting a roof. You probably need a roof. It's probably just the front shell. You're probably pretty much buying the property slot, and they might have, like over here, they might have back taxes that are owed. So you probably have to pay. We literally just came to this block because that's where the street dudes were at. The dudes that just told me to speed up, they had a sign that said slow, but he's flagging me to go faster. Nah, we don't want to go through that block because that block is repetitive. I'm trying my best to not be repetitive, but you gotta understand that I'm not a resident from Baltimore, so it's not like I know all the hot spots. So they're like, Toon, but you ain't past this block. But Toon, but you ain't go here. But bro, like I'm not from here, so I wouldn't be able to tell you off the back what's popping and what's not. I'm just driving and going with the flow. Fulton and Landvale. Tag and title, MVA approved on my right hand side. The abandoned house is on my right, abandoned house is on my left. Abandoned house is on my right, online auction, register and bid. Date and auction time. Look at all on my left, abandoned. Some of them don't even have roofs. All on my right, abandoned. All on my left, abandoned. This is crazy. Some of these on my left are lived in. But look at the corner store abandoned. Man, when they bring this city back to life, it's gonna be thriving. I can feel it. I don't know when. I don't know when. But I know the possibility is definitely there. Because if they did it to Philly, they can do it here. Because Philly was like this in some areas of the Badlands and some areas of like Poplar, Ludlow, obviously Fairfield, Glenwood, Landvale. I'm gonna make this right. But there was other areas in Philly that were all mangled just like this area. Mangle. Look on my right, you got a couple homies hanging outside in front of the abandoned house. I guess, you know, you ain't gotta worry about nobody kicking you out from the front of the steps because the house is abandoned, so nobody worried about you being on the steps. I'm gonna make this right hand turn. There's Baltimore police right here parked up. I'm gonna make this right. There's a police cruiser right here parked up, but there's nobody in it. So I wonder if he lives here. Oh no, he's sitting in it, my bad. He was tucked really, really low. Carroll Motor Fuels on my left hand side. I see a church way up top there. Red light. I definitely don't want to eat this light. Oh, this is that corner where they shot the movie, Charm City Kings. This corner right here on my right looks so familiar. And Mama Glows on Lafayette and Monroe Street. Green light. Make this left right here on McKean. No shoot zone, #1. That's what it says on the wall. Wonder which rappers come from Baltimore. Does anybody who's watching know rappers that come from Baltimore? The reason why I asked that is because if I was a rapper and I had like, you know, tons and tons of money and this was my hometown, I would invest in, like what I said earlier, buy a block or two. Because what they wear in a chain, they wear a $500,000 chain. That $500,000 you could invest it in the community. You can literally own a block. Listen, people want to show off a chain. Yeah, I got this $500,000, this $600,000, $700,000 chain on, and this $300,000 watch. Bro, put that $300,000 in this block, and instead show off your block. Yeah, I own 3-4 blocks in BAWL-tim-or. You know what I mean? I own 3 blocks. You come to this block, and this is my block, bro. Like literally, you can say this is my block. Some people say this is my block, and they only rent a house in the block. This is my block. But all you doing is you renting a home, or you living in your mom and your pop crib, or you living in your baby mom crib, and just because you've been there for several years, this is my block. But the true definition, in my opinion, of owning a block is buying the whole block. If you can buy the whole block, you a bad mama jamma. You a bad mofo, you know what I mean? McKean and Winchester. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn. We got Holy Mount Zion Temple on my right-hand side. Yeah, that's crazy, right? That's so crazy. Buying a whole block, yo. I can go right or I can go left. Confused on where should I go. I'm gonna go right. Oh, is it a right turn? Can I make right? No, this is left only. Ooh, I would have went up a one-way. That would have been bad. That would have been bad. There's barely any cars on the block to see which way traffic goes, you know? I'm about to make this right-hand turn, though. On Riggs Ave. Same thing with the actors. Like, there's actors. I'm sure there's several actors that came from Baltimore. Riggs and Appleton. Make this left right here. Look at this whole block. It's all abandoned. On my right hand side. Just mad abandoned houses, yo. I feel like I can probably count, if I really paid attention to it, and if I really count it, I could probably count like 4,000 or 5,000 abandoned houses in Baltimore. Obviously, I'm not paying attention, but at the rate of 20 to 40 abandoned houses per block, times, you know, 300-400 blocks, sheesh. Look on my left; those houses look relatively nice compared to. But then again, on my right, there's several abandoned ones that look just the same. That's another thing that I pointed out when I was driving through here the other day was B-more's abandoned houses look a lot better than our abandoned houses in Philly. Our abandoned houses in Philly be busted. They be busted up, yo. Let's make this right-hand turn. The fronts be crackling, faded, leaning forward. The windows be busted, be graffiti, this, that, and the third. They be looking like truly destroyed. A lot of the abandoned houses I've seen here in B-more, they look like they got potential, like they're in good shape still. I'll make this left-hand turn a Payson. There's a little playground on my right. I'll make this right-hand turn. The Baptist church on my left, Sweet Fellow Baptist Church, that's a little tiny church though. There's a bunch of abandoned homes on my left. Bunch of them. Abandoned. 2 lived in. Abandoned. 1 lived in. Abandoned. 1 lived in. Abandoned. On my right, abandoned. On my left, abandoned. Bandos. Galore, bro. Landvale and Pulaski. Make this left-hand turn. Look at 3 cars parked on the entire block. 3 cars parked on the entire block, y'all. Not 1, not 2, but 3 cars parked on the abandoned block. That is crazy, yo. Make this right-hand turn. But I believe Baltimore was also hit heavy with the crack pandemic or epidemic, right? It's not a pandemic, it's an epidemic. The crisis, the crack crisis. I think it hit hard here. Payson and Harlem Ave. We got a slingshot parked on the sidewalk on my left-hand side. The slingshot made by Polaris. Those start off at $19.99 at the dealership. $20,000 and you can have yourself a Batmobile too. Yeah, slingshot. That's what they're called. I think they come in 3 different models. $1999, the $20,000 model. I think they got the $29,000 model, which comes with some more perks. And I think they got like either the $35,000 model or $39,000 model. I don't know. Loretta. Let's make this left right here on Loretta. Abandoned homes, all crazy, man. So I ain't gotta repeat it no more. Y'all could see it. Y'all could witness it. That's what I'm saying. They say like that Fairfield, that Fair Home was like the worst neighborhood. Bro, I went there and I ain't see nothing on like real world. Like I saw it on the map. I saw the little grid outline, but I ain't seen nothing in real world. So in my opinion, if you say, is this worse or is that worse? I can't speak for crime because it's all abandoned. But physically, visibly, aesthetically, it looks like a lot worse area. Now, are people shooting each other over here? Are people robbing each other, stabbing each other? Are rapes, robberies, crimes like that happening over here? I don't know. But I would presume that, or assume that, oh, there's a church on my right. Here's a whole nother church. Dang it. Church is everywhere, bro. But I would assume that because of, so we just came out of like Midtown, Edmondson. We was like around Greenlaw. I think we went down Sandtown. We're headed towards Lexington. I would assume that because of it being so abandoned and looking like impoverished, I would assume there would be more crime, you know? We're on Monroe Street. We're on an overpass. You got 40 East. I guess this is the entrance to the highway next to us. West Mulberry. School zone, speed limit, 30 miles an hour, photo enforced. You ain't gotta tell me twice, and then there goes the dude next to me. Another church on my left. Saratoga. We're on Monroe and Saratoga. Passing Saratoga. Ouch. They're driving through Lexington. That person ain't even about to stop him. That was a stop sign. They went right through it, bro. They ain't yield. They made a traditional turn. I'll make this left-hand turn. Oh, I can't. Car next to me. The car's ruthless, bro. Ruthless. Yo, is it more expensive to insure a car over here in Baltimore? It better be more expensive because the way people drive is crazy. I think it's the city drivers. Because I know there was a saying that I said in the past, like, who drives worse? New York drivers, Jersey drivers, or Philly drivers. But now I'm around Baltimore drivers, and I'm seeing a similar nature in driving style. It's green light, bro. It's green light. It's green light. What you doing? You staring down? I see a similar nature in, oh, it's a one way. I can't even make a left. I see a similar nature in driving style. It's like everybody driving for themselves. It's like every man for themselves. Like they don't care. I'm just gonna let these cars go by because they was out, and I'm trying to figure out a way to make a left. And the people behind you do not care about nothing. Nah, this ain't no left here either. I think this is a left. And here we have another church, New Carmel Star Baptist Church. Caramel, that makes you want some caramel, right? I used to like caramel when I was younger. You know what I used to eat back then from McDonald's? I would get a caramel sundae, like a vanilla ice cream sundae with caramel with nuts. That used to be my jam. I sound like an old head, right? That used to be my jam, like I'm listening to music. That used to be my jam. Another church, dang it. This to make this left-hand turn. Ouch, ouch. Horrible streets. Ouch, 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 ouch. They need to invest some infrastructure money into Baltimore. They really need to invest some of that road money that they signed the bill off for. Another church on my right. Damn. Churches for days. There's more churches than I've seen corner stores. I saw more churches than I saw police. I saw like one police officer. Alright, I'm gonna try to make a left coming up on the next block, and I think we're gonna come to our conclusion. We got a little greenhouse on my left hand side. That's cool. Community garden and greenhouse. It's a legit greenhouse. Like it's a see-through plastic enclosure. Yup. Oh, potholes. Oh, potholes. And these cars behind me don't care. Oh, I'm gonna go up another block. Ah, that was the block that I really wanted to go through. I'm parking right here. Fulton cut rate. Yeah, the cars behind me do not care where you want to go. They're like, dude, we don't care that you're doing a tour. That's your fault. That's your fault. Nobody told you to do a tour. I'm gonna go right here. Thank you very much, man. So kind and courteous. She gave me the right of way. She said, you're stalking me. Get away from me, sir. Alright guys, so unfortunately we reached our 1 hour mark. I want to say thank you all for watching. I keep these tours 1 hour long for viewer retention purposes and file management. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. Leave a comment in the comment section. Show some love. Let me know your thoughts. I know I tried a new approach at the tour concept. I didn't want to just focus on a specific neighborhood. I figured that I show you guys, you know, the trip to the neighborhood. How did you guys like that? You think that was a good idea? And it also saves time too, because it's like I spent a lot of time going from neighborhood to neighborhood, like anywhere from 10 to 20 minute transitions from different sides of the city. That's valuable time that I could be using to document a neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like document the city in its natural form, you know? So anyway, enough rambling on, enough of my rant. Show some love. This your homeboy Toon, Mr. Toon Dollars. Subscribe to Toon Be Chillin' and Toon 215 so you guys can get a chance to win our free e-scooter that we got coming very soon. We're gonna be doing an e-scooter giveaway. Also, check out my other Baltimore tours. I have tours from this past week. I got tours from a few months ago here in Baltimore. So check out some of my other Baltimore tours. Explore the channel. There's over 1,000 videos. And over 500 of those videos are tours. Thank you for watching. It's your homeboy, Toonie Califragilistic Expialidocious. And I'm tuning out.